We are sick of their crap. We're done with their stupid taxes and how they tax on tax, all the hidden taxes. And guess what? The CRA is in debt recovery and coming to all the cheap jabronis, all the poor people, and shaking them out for every nickel they got. Crap is going down in this country this tax season, and y'all need to keep an eye out, because if you are even a little bit in doubt of how you filed your taxes over the past 6 or 7 years, keep an eye out, because they're coming.
Yeah, and like the best part is that it's not even people who are who've done something shady. It's like somebody who is a small business. They had a shoebox of receipts. They went through it all with their accountant, did it all, and then filed. Or somebody who is just like, they were a student and they had their T2202A, put it in, and then never really thought about it before because it doesn't really matter. You know, it was 5 years ago. They're coming after those people, and they are putting them through the ringer because they know they're not going to afford to buy legal counsel or an accountant or something like that to fight them. And they know they'll just give in because they don't know where their records are, or they have, you know, done a poor job keeping up on their records, because let's face it, you know, a lot of us are not keeping our taxes for the full 7 years. I will admit I'm that person. And so I'm not going to be that person anymore. But yeah, it's ruthless, and it screams a government that has overspent and is looking to claw back money from the people in any way possible that is quote unquote legal. Right.
Absolutely.
So they're not hitting the corporations. They're not going, Mr. Trudeau, where did the 500 million go that you supposedly sent for vaccines that never came? Nobody's talking about that, but they're talking about, you know, Gladys or Agnes down the street who forgot to file something correctly, or who didn't keep their receipt from 7 years ago. That's who they're going after. And it's dirty.
And that's the one thing too, that is something I want to clarify, because I was going through the tax laws in this country, and yep, it's true. Like, they can kind of audit up to 6 or 7 years back, but if they find anything within those 6 or 7 years that they see it's a little screwy, they can use that as an excuse to open up the rest of your tax history and go after everything else in your life, which is terrifying as well. They are literally the mafia. I don't care. I don't see it any other way. That's who they are. They're coming into your shop and coming, be ashamed if something were to break around here, huh? Just pay us and we'll give you protection. That's how this is going right now. And I've had enough of it. And I know having a podcast like this and putting this out there is probably testing the waters a little bit. But I would be remiss if we didn't warn anyone about this. And we actually have a story right here from a young lady who is dealing with this right now, where the CRA, from her perspective, allegedly, is full on manufacturing stuff to get money out of her. Listen up.
So if you're a Canadian that has done your taxes, you may be familiar with the fact that the CRA has entered debt recovery. It's all over the CRA website. When you go to sign in, it's like, we're in debt recovery. I got a letter from them back in October being like, we think you and your ex from 5 years ago, we think you guys might still be common law. And I was like, weird. What gave it away? Us having separate addresses this whole time, or filing our taxes separately? Him being in another relationship with another person and purchasing a house with them? What gave it away? So I had to provide a bunch of documentation proving I was single, which was crazy, and also proving that the relationship ended 5 years ago. And I got an email from the CRA around midnight, and I checked it, and it was like, hey, everything's normal. Don't worry about it. And I was like, that's weird. So I checked, and they've updated my marital status back to common law with my ex, and have stuck me with an $86,451.09 debt.
That's so wild, right? Like, that's insane. And like she said, she's like, I submitted everything. I did what they asked. And they said like, nope, don't believe it. Like, wild.
And the fact they can just do that is concerning. And that's, for me, where I'm like, dude, I will lay bows down, dude. I'm dropping bows, throwing fists. If any of those guys come dark on my doorstep, looking for stuff, questioning things, I'm going to make their lives a living hell. I want you to know the only reason they don't go after these, like going after people who have lots of money, big corporations, is because they have the lawyers and they have the understanding how to screw with them back. So they don't want to waste their time. I will waste your time all day, all night. I don't care. I'm going to make sure your life's as much a living hell as you're going to make mine, and it's going to be fun, and I'll do it with a smile on my face. So you come darken my doorstep, be ready, because I'm coming with a vengeance. So if you do to me or do this to someone I love, best know I ain't keeping up with it. Tell you that much.
Guess what?
What?
Still don't have my tax return.
Dag nabbit, Reg. Let's go after him. We ride at dawn.
Yep, it's been a month now. Still don't have it.
That's crazy.
But
dude.
apparently there was an issue. There was a glitch within the CRA system that made it so that if you filed with a FSHA, there we go, that you were being delayed. And I'm just like, I wonder how many of those people are actually getting returns because they filed with an FSHA. And so we know that the time value of money, like money is more valuable right now than it is later. So the longer they can hold on to that money, the more interest they make off that money. It makes sense for them to hold on to it just a little bit later, just get a few like percents of interest off of that money while they hold it in their accounts, and then they'll give it out. Yeah. I look at this as like, they're doing debt recovery all right in any way, shape, or form, and they've got the glitch, so that's my conspiracy theory for tonight.
That was electric, wasn't it? Well, we enjoyed it. Hope you did too. If you did, you can check this video out here to the top right corner right near my window. Get over. There it is. There it is right there. And if you liked that, you can also check this one right here. We love you. Have a good one. Peace out.